Hello, Cup of Time friends. How y'all doing? Here we are, Tuesday evening. We cooked chicken, and I was going to make chicken casserole, and I will probably another night. Tonight, I thought I really ain't wanting all that rich, heavy tonight, because we got a little bit. I had to run, get a few things, and run some errands, and trying to get back. I just didn't want to cook a casserole. That's something I really got to jump on as soon as I get in from work. Or it's too much. So I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. The chicken was cooked to perfection. Mama really did a good job, Mom. This is so tender. Look at this.
Oh, boy.
And there's plenty of it. 3 huge breasts, in fact. So we got enough to do 2 or 3 meals. And we will. But tonight, I decided whether I eat or not. Don't even know that I'm going to eat tonight. You know, have you ever had those days where you eat lunch and then you're like, I don't know. Mama says she wasn't hungry. I said, well, why are we cooking? Why are we cooking? So, I'm going to make a quick chicken salad. Now, I've been making chicken salad for years. This is one of my many recipes. I do different recipes, different times. I do have a springier version I use sometime. This one is just a quick, easy, very few ingredient kind of mix up here. I'm going to use this little bowl here. This is a Tupperware. Believe it or not, Tupperware does carry glass. And this is a Tupperware here lid. It says so right there on the thing. And so in the interest of fewer dishes, we're going to this bowl. I know it's not the best mixing bowl, but guess what, folks? It's going to work, and I'm going to use it. Now, I have got a chicken salad recipe that I put a few onions in. Green onions, in fact. But not tonight. I've got green onions, in fact. I'm just not going to use them. This is one chicken breast. One little one. The smallest one in there is what this actually is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put black pepper on this. And you can put other seasonings if you like. And I do from time to time. I'm going to have to bore you all with some details here. I'm going to have to chop up my celery. So, y'all just hang on while I chop up celery. We'll chat. So, I hear the weather coming in. And we're supposed to have yet another winter mix this weekend.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Mama. Did you not hear it?
No, I ain't.
Coming Friday to a road and street and housetop near you. Some more of the white stuff. Are y'all ready for it? This, don't ask me about this celery. I'm going to say use 2 ribs. Because this was about 4 or 5. This is that clean celery. I told you I never bought it. Never been that fancy before. This was a little stalks, and they had cut the ends off. So I've washed it and I'm chopping it. It looks to be about the equivalent of 2 ribs of celery. And that's about what I would need for this small amount of chicken salad. I've made chicken salad. Really and truly, we made 80 pounds before. I got pictures of Mama in a bowl as bigger than she is. She could have crawled in it.
Oh, that was the hard times.
That was hard times. We used to make it for a church and sell it. It wasn't this exact recipe. But it had some elements of it. But how many elements can you have in a chicken salad?
As many as you want.
Some people put eggs in there as different things. I don't. I just don't want all that. Sweet pickle relish. This is our Save-A-Lot brand, and actually it's the best brand of relish I've ever had. Those nuts, those are pecans, and they've been trying. This is a little bit of pineapple. I always put pineapple in my chicken salad. Well, not always. There is one I do that doesn't have pineapple. Take that back. It smells so sweet. Put a little juice in it too. How much pineapple? It really depends on how much you're making. I would have told you a can or two, but this really ain't a canned portion. This is just one little breast, and this is just going to be enough for, it'll be enough for me and Mama 2 or 3 sandwiches or 4, or maybe on lettuce. Right now, what's in here is chicken, celery, and pineapple. No secret to that recipe. Pickle relish. People's asked me for my recipe before, and I told them.
Ain't one.
There ain't no secret to it. It's right there. You can see everything I put in it. And I put a little pickle relish in that too. Pickle juice in that too. That smells good too. So that's, I'm going to call a heaping tablespoon. You can call it less or more if you want. This is, of course, Duke's. I would try not to use anything other than a high quality mayonnaise, because you're going to taste the mayonnaise in this. I would use Duke's. I have used Hellmann's in the past. You could use a store brand or something if you felt so entitled to do that. Of course you could, because it's yours. But just remember, whatever you put in here, you better like it, because you're going to be tasting it. You do got to taste it. Because after all, we're not cooking this. It's not going in a casserole. There's not a lot of spices in it. What you see is what you get here. Now, this is my favorite mustard. One of my favorites is the Dijon mustard blend. It's called Rich Country. And I ordered this because it's just my favorite. The regular Dijon is good too, but I put this in this. And I like it. Okay. And a little bit of sugar, and I'm going to say sugar to taste. You do yours however you want. That was about a good heaping teaspoon. Now we're just going to stir this in. Nothing really hard about it. Nothing that everybody can't do. I have put tomatoes in this recipe before. Only homegrown, only in the summer. So, but this is going to be lunch. Be a quick lunch for a day or two. Or it may be supper tonight. Mama, you going to eat some?
Yeah, I'm not either. I thought the same.
Okay. Well, I might too, since if you're going to. Smelling it and looking at it makes it seems like it would taste awful good. See how quick and easy that is, folks? Now let me tell you a little secret. And you do you, and I'm all about conveniences, and goodness gracious, it seems like anymore I'm into more and more conveniences. I mean, I've even bought some instant potatoes in case we just want to quickly have a potato one night. I don't want to be boiling and peeling. We've been doing that for about 2 years now. I remember when I brought them in here the first time, and I thought Mama would ask me to politely leave, and she said that tastes pretty good to her. Well, that's when we started that mess. And I have, most of the time I do make homemade potatoes, especially for Southern Sunday lunch or company and all that. But I have tasted many different chicken salads out of the stores. I have tasted it at parties. I've tasted it when people have brought it. I've never found one as good as homemade. And I'm not just talking about mine. I'm talking about any homemade I've ever had. And I've never found...
Did you put nothing?
Not yet. I've never found any that even come close to it. So, you see the amount I have here. This is just a few comments. You see the amount I have here. You would have to pay, I don't know, for this amount.
A pound's like $12 or $15.
A pound is $12 or something we pay for it here. So if you can get a hold of a cooked chicken breast, I'm going to say I would just go ahead and make some homemade right quick. Because there's so many ways you can make it your own. If you want onions, put onions in. If you want boiled eggs in it, put boiled eggs in it. If you don't have a recipe for it, use your favorite tuna salad recipe. Mayonnaise, Whatever you normally put in your tuna salad, put in here. It'll be all right. You can use canned chicken. It won't taste exactly the same. But I would rather, if I was going to buy chicken salad at the store, I would rather buy a can of chicken and throw me some mayonnaise, mustard, cut up some celery, toss whatever seasonings you want in here. Put some hot sauce in it, and I have done that before. Of course, we don't. Didn't even use that. We don't do that here because Mama don't like hot. But
You ain't using this.
I did, but I'm through. Oh, look at Mama. I love it. She's feeling so good. She's all about the butterfly again. I told somebody the other day, they said, how's she doing? I said, she's done so good, she's about to wear me out.
Oh.
She worried about me taking care of her, and she said, I'm going to wear you out, I'm going to wear you out. I said, Mama, really and truly, you're easier to take care of when you're not feeling well, because it's when you're floating around like a butterfly that I worry the most. I had chili. Hello, John and Mama. I love craisins in my chicken. Mama, let's put a little craisins in this.
Craisins.
I do too. Who said that to me? Who said that? I had some grapes and cranberries. Who reminded me of how good that was? Dorothy Abel. I love craisins in it. Hello from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We have craisins because Angela Britt sent us some. Thank you, Angela Britt. In fact, Mama just used craisins this morning in some bread she made. She's been cooking behind her all's back. She didn't even tell you. She didn't even tell me. This is delicious. Mama, what's all that's in here?
2 bananas.
Bananas, craisins,
Raisins.
raisins,
Chocolate chips and pineapples.
and every one of those flavors just pops out. Pop, 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 pop. I said, did somebody bring you that? Because this is how I seen it. No, who would have brought me that? Craisins?
Oh, craisins.
Who would have brought me that? I said, well, anybody might have brought it to you. No, I made that. I said, you should have let me film it. Oh, they don't want to see that crazy stuff I come up with. We do, don't we? All right, Mama, how much craisins we want?
Just a little. I've had craisins in that bread.
Mama's over craisins today. Thank you for reminding me of this.
Craisins. A cup of craisins and a cup of raisins and a cup of chocolate chips.
Are you going to give them the whole recipe?
Oh.
If y'all want to write it down, she's going to give it to you.
Oh no, I just in our church cookbook, the banana bread, I used
Come over here, Mama.
I used the flour and stuff in it, and that, and I just
Let me clarify. She made this bread like the banana bread with the flour measurements and all that.
yeah the egg.
You said I used that flour. They need a little bit more instruction.
I did that, and all I did was measure out a cup of raisins, a cup of craisins, about a cup of pineapples, and you might have to add just a little more flour. I did, because with the pineapples I drained them, but I didn't have them drained just plumb dry, the crushed pineapple.
We hardly ever drain something completely.
And so I got you a napkin, and here's your bread. Got enough craisins?
I think it's all right.
Looks pretty.
You probably... I may put too many for you. But anyhow, folks, this ain't an everyday supper. And if you want to know the psychology, honestly, now this will just give you a little insight. The psychology behind this tonight, there's psychology behind most of everything we do. We have been talking about, a friend and I were talking, Mama and I were talking, and then a friend of mine called to catch up and texted. I've all said, I'm ready for spring now. Christmas is over, holidays are over. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for spring. And I got to thinking, I've got it.
Oh, you're just going to eat one half?
I got to thinking, some good ripe red tomatoes and some wilted lettuce and all that good stuff, and how good it would taste on it. Oh, what's Mama? She can't be still.
I have to get this done.
Watch her. I wish we had one more thing sitting up here in my way. Watch her. Let's just watch her a minute.
Oh, you just quit watching me and go ahead with your sandwich. I can't get my bread straightened back out right like I wanted.
Anyhow, we got to talking, and all I could think about was spring and spring food, and I got to think about them red tomatoes. And when I got to think about them, I got to think about BLTs and good pimento cheese sandwiches with tomato.
Tomatoes would be. A bacon sandwich with tomatoes would just be wonderful.
I thought she was having a spell.
Oh,
Mama, you did that.
I ain't having no spell.
Anyway, and then I got to think about chicken salad. And then I knew I had chicken salad on the stove, or chicken on the stove. And I knew
Is that
how.
why you quit from casserole?
Yeah, it changed my mind. Look at that. Now that's good. And look, there's a lot of that.
And you got
That's
it all on my
$15 worth of chicken salad, made with just, and what I spent on it, I'm gonna say $5 or less.
Oh yeah.
Let's bless it, Mama, even though it is just a happy sandwich. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful meal, and we thank you for that we're able to sit here and take it together. Dear Lord, we just pray for all of our friends, Lord. We thank you for the good news we've heard from prayer requests, and we thank you for the blessings you've given us, dear Lord, and all the things you've done and going to do, dear Lord. And we just give you the honor and the praise and the glory for it all. And Lord, we just ask you to watch over our country and our nation. Be with us in all that we do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
So our friend that we asked you to pray for, that was going in yesterday for bladder cancer, had a huge growth, they told her, a huge mass. You all can
And it
form,
was cancerous. They thought for sure it was
that's what
cancerous.
they told her. Y'all know how we feel about things, but we begin to pray. I mean, not my mama, I'm talking about the community. They got in there was no mass, no cancer. Everything was fine. It had dropped some. There was some problems with that, but that's so minor compared to bladder cancer with its huge mass. So they're going to be able to take care of all that, and she's cancer free. So we give God all the glory and the honor for that, and thank you, Lord, for healing us when we ask, and we just thank you. We thank you. All right, folks. Mama, give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
You give me your opinion. That bread is really fresh. It's like spring. Now, we can't complain about that one thing.
Mm-mm.
Salt. I don't miss the salt.
Well, the butter I put in the chicken had a little salt in it. It was salty butter. But usually that ain't near enough to...
Well, you would use that in that amount, probably a half a teaspoon.
Well, it tastes real good.
Reminds me of spring.
Mm-hmm.
We don't normally think about chicken salad in January. But now we have had soups and that kind of stuff quite a bit here lately. Those craisins are so good on that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that way before, but I hadn't thought about it tonight.
Some people put grapes. But unless you're going to eat it up real fast, I don't recommend that.
If I'm serving this at a party or a get-together, I'll go ahead and half my grapes and stick them in a bowl. I usually make a lot for a get-together, but I'll take one little bowl, put my grapes in it and fix them up, because I know that much is going to be eaten. But when I'm making it for us, I'm going to keep it in the refrigerator.
Mm-mm.
I don't never put grapes in mine.
I'd rather have it without it.
Now, sometimes I'll make a huge salad and put a big scoop of that, and I'll put grapes all around it and on it and eat it with lettuce. That's good. Mama, I think this half a sandwich is going to feed us today.
I believe it is.
Because I really had decided I didn't want anything. I sure didn't want a casserole tonight. Now, tomorrow night I probably won't be able to wait to get a hold of it.
Maybe you won't be out as late.
But now you fixed a good breakfast this morning. And then trying to think what I ate for lunch. I don't remember what I had for lunch. Did I eat lunch? Anyhow, after all the rich foods that we've had, and then too the soups we've had, they've been so good. But I've almost been just craving chicken salad or pimento cheese sandwich or a salad. I've got on my mind I want some homemade dressings with a salad. Because it's in my the psychology of it is spring is coming. You know, we only got like 76 more days before spring. I know that sounds like a long time, but really it ain't. Maybe it's 75 today.
I hope I get my life vest off before spring in 76 more days. I hope I don't have to worry.
Oh, I think we'll get that off, Mama. Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Good choice for supper?
It really is. It hit the spot.
And lunch for the next 3 days. Mama won't eat it for lunch that long.
I will.
Will you?
Mm-hmm.
Mama sometimes will get like a little scoop of this and put apples and just eat a little charcuterie type situation. No bread. Mm-hmm. We used to, and it's easy to do, no problem at all. We used to keep chicken salad and pimento cheese at least half of the year. There was always, if you came here and there was nothing else to eat, you could get chicken salad and pimento cheese. We kept it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we did right up until a year or so ago, and then we quit eating it as much. I'll tell you what will get you in trouble here with Mama. If she throws out something one time, you're kind of on probation. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
She threw away some meatloaf about a year ago. And I had to beg for meatloaf for the longest. Last time I made it, I threw part of it out. Well, Mama, I didn't know it was in there. I'd say, how about meatloaf? Oh, last time I made it, I had to throw away a big old chunk of it out. I was on probation. I was on meatloaf probation. Then, what am I looking over in this other one?
What? Biscuits.
Oh, biscuits.
From this morning.
I seen this one over there, and I thought, what am I was seeing that right there, and I thought it was some kind of scone.
Biscuits.
These are from Tupperware. I don't even know if they got them in the catalog right now, but we use them all the time. It's a special kind of glass. It's microwave, oven, dishwasher, freezer. You can take this and cook your meal in it, eat out of it, stick it in the freezer, drag it out, put it in the microwave, eat out of it again. I mean, it's just...
Really
and it's real glass. Another thing I like about it, I pulled out a few of them the other day. I forgot we even had them. When you have leftovers, and you put them in the refrigerator, which is the reason the meatloaf got thrown away that time, you can see it. I can see this chicken salad. Easy to see.
Mm-hmm.
But she threw away some pimento cheese and some chicken salad one time. And we've really never kept it since.
Well, after a while, you quit eating it.
We've changed our eating a lot. And even with this low salt thing, we've really changed a lot since then.
Oh, yeah.
But I will report, the first month was rough. But since then, we've not done too bad with it.
Mm-mm.
We went through no salts and low sodiums and dashes and splashes and whatever else we could find. And now we use all that stuff, and some of y'all recommended some really good stuff. But this is the same no salt that we start out with, so you can see.
I use that on my eggs or something.
It is all right on eggs. But
I don't eat many eggs no more.
my thing is, which you may not like this, I have found what I like in salt, I can add pepper. And so far, knock on wood, that's worked out pretty good for me.
I'm like Pinocchio, a wooden head.
Do you want another half sandwich? I'm going to pass too. But we do have chicken left, so we'll make something. I don't know, Mama. I'm even in the mood for like white chicken chili or
Chicken pot pie.
chicken pot pie, chicken casserole, and I've got broccoli out there, and my broccoli ain't the one that's been recalled. I checked it. I don't have anything near what I just got fresh whole head of broccoli. And so I was thinking I might make that chicken casserole tomorrow.
They was just florets, wasn't
And they were Market brand or something. Market Fresh brand. And that was at the 10th of December, so I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, if it was from the 10th of December, it would have been gone before
Seems like
now.
anymore, you think, well, this will be healthy. This will be good. I remember one time a bunch of people got sick, and I think several of them died from some spinach. And I thought right then, you can't trust nothing.
Green onions has been bad.
I just too. If I'm going to have to die from food, I just soon die from bacon. I don't want to die from none of it. But I sure don't want to be trying to eat healthy to live longer and eat some spinach and it take me out. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect in that. I just don't know if we can trust anything anymore. You just have to pray over it and eat it.
You don't go until it's your time to go.
I know. But these poor people are trying to eat healthier, and it's just a bad situation.
Yeah.
Mama has outdone herself, and I thought after Christmas it'd be a while before we see any more baked goods. But this,
Show them all the craisins and raisins.
it's full. It's stocked. I ain't going to unwrap it. Hope y'all can see that. Look at that.
I put flour on them so they would.
Raisins, craisins, pineapple, banana,
And chocolate
bread,
chip.
and chocolate chips. And I thought, oh. And I didn't know she put chocolate in it until I tasted it a bite. And I said, well, that's chocolate. I should have known if Mama made it. There's chocolate somewhere in there. I thought I was eating healthy raisins, and I was eating chocolate chips.
Yeah, they're in there. Raisins and craisins both.
Healthy and chocolate together. But chocolate's not bad for you
There's
here.
not many chocolate chips in it.
I heard a thing the other day, and I was so glad to hear that it swung back around that chocolate was healthy again. Looks
They're
like my
wanting to
coffee.
sell some more.
It's like my coffee. We went through some spells there, but now I think it's just healthy.
If the sales gets real low, it gets healthy again.
I threw me some in this to-go cup because I didn't know how long I'd be gone this evening. I wasn't gone long. Just had to go on some errands. So, but my coffee, I had to have it.
Oh, you and your coffee.
You and your ice.
That's how you face the cold, is with a hot cup of coffee.
That's how you face the cold, is with a cup of ice.
And I freeze and eat ice.
Look here. And Mama, there's something to be said about that.
Don't eat it.
24/7. You hear that?
I don't.
Do you know
I
what
see
24/7 means, Mama?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Exactly. And how often are you eating ice?
About 12 out of 7. I sleep sometimes.
But what do I fix you every night?
Cup of ice. I go to bed with a cup of ice, and I get up.
And a cup of ice water.
And first thing I do in the morning is get a cup of ice.
So you think tonight just don't make you the ice?
I don't eat it through my sleep,
But
but I wake up craving it though.
you don't want to make you this cup of ice tonight.
Yeah. Just when I'm asleep, I don't need it.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
When they said not
What
much
do
fluid,
I make you first thing in the morning?
a cup of ice.
24/7. She's eating us. And don't ask me. Don't waste your thumbs asking me if you had her iron checked. Mama's had everything from head to toe checked. And iron is fine. It's just where they was trying to get the fluid off from her, she was on the diuretics, and they said that was a normal thing. But hey, I'm not really complaining. I'm aggravating her a little bit, but she is off pop almost completely. I mean, I've not bought pop in weeks, and she drinks 1 or 2 a week, where she was drinking 2 a day, even the zeros. So we're almost no pop, and she's drinking water and ice water and eating ice. I think it's just
Ice
success.
is water.
Exactly. Proud of you, Mama. Proud
I know
of
it.
you. Mama, you got anything you want to add tonight?
No, I can't think of nothing.
Come on.
Except I'm going to have to get more ice.
You do know what's in that kettle over there?
Mm-hmm.
Broth. Rich. Delicious. I got the boneless breast, but they had quite a bit of fat left on them. I picked them out special for that reason. Instead of cleaning all that off from them, I just dumped them all in the water and let that fat turn into broth. Then after I get them out, I clean them. But tonight, I'm going to tell you, they were so tender you couldn't pick them up. This, I barely had to cut it up because it was just falling
I
apart.
cooked it a long time.
Mama cooked it forever. But that pot's full of chicken broth, homemade kind, probably about a half gallon. And usually when there's broth in the house,
There's dumplings in the making.
there's dumplings in the works. So we'll probably come up with some dumplings.
Or dressing one.
Yeah, we use it for dressing or dumplings. And what we do, we save our Duke's plastic containers. We wash them out real good. Hot soapy water. We let them dry real good. And we put the broth in those. We save those.
And put them in the freezer.
And just stick them in the freezer. Leave a little headspace at the top. Put them in the freezer. And then screw that lid on there. Then when we use them, we dump them in the garbage. No mess, no fuss, no bag to burst. It's a good system. Mm-hmm. And you can, when you take it out, you let it thaw in the sink. If it don't thaw all the way, you can put it in some hot water. You can put it in the microwave for just a few seconds and it'll all melt away. And you can have delicious
Home-cooked
broth for your dumplings or whatever. But now Mama's theory is this. If you got fresh broth, why freeze it? Go ahead and make your dumplings.
I think that's right.
We may have to have dumplings this week. Mm-hmm. Since we got all this good chicken.
Yeah.
I love to buy chicken. Chicken, hamburger meat, I don't like frozen hamburger meat. Wish I did. I don't even really like it in anything except I will eat frozen hamburger meat in my chilies. But that's
It ain't been frozen too.
if it ain't been frozen too long. I will use it for chili because I want to add enough spices and stuff to it. It don't seem to taste that frozen. Has been frozen.
We cook it sometimes and then freeze it.
Yeah. If I freeze it, I want to cook it first. I don't want to ever. I don't think I've ever, well, since in a long time, froze raw hamburger meat. We freeze cooked with some onion in it, and that is tolerable in chili. Chicken, I can handle frozen chicken, but I like to put it in a casserole or something like that. But if I'm going to eat chicken tenders or fried chicken, I want it fresh. But if I'm going to put chicken in something, it's okay if it's frozen. This was frozen. So this will make it into to chili or to something like that.
Chicken salad you fixed tonight was very, very good.
This was good. And it tastes like spring.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the.
27 degrees. You want the taste of spring to warm
I'll tell
up.
you, really, after Christmas, I'm ready for spring.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
All right, folks, we're going to say good night, and we're going to let Mama eat her ice because
Yeah,
she ain't going to let up
I
on
ain't
it.
gonna quit.
And then she's going to say in a minute, oh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Quit mocking me. That's not nice.
I thought she was one. They say that imitation is the best form of flattery.
Not ooh, 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 ooh.
Get you some ice and talk to them. I want them to see.
No. That's not flatter.
I love
If I was doing something nice and you mocked me, that might be flatter.
ice eating is not bad.
No, but it's noisy, ain't it?
You're so funny, Mama.
I know it.
You keep me on my toes.
I laugh a lot. That's what it
We
is.
do laugh a lot. We just sit around here and not laugh like, well, we're out of
Daddy
control
said,
sometimes.
"What's so funny? What's so funny?" We laugh.
And Mama say, nothing, we're just carrying on.
That's usually what it was, just carrying on.
Just carrying on, she'd say. Folks, we're going to carry on. It's 7:15. I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to put that broth, I guess I just put it in the refrigerator for a few days and see if
a
dumplings
couple of
happen.
days or so.
And I made this. And we got biscuits.
We got part of breakfast already. Oh, we got bacon left in the refrigerator.
Mama made bacon and biscuits this morning. It was a banner morning.
So we've got
Early.
we've got half of breakfast and lunch tomorrow already prepared.
Let me tell you what she did. Now, I wouldn't tell this to everybody. It's just between me and you.
Don't. What are you going to tell on me?
So this morning, she made more biscuits than I've ever seen in my life in this house made. And I thought, well, on earth. And they were canned biscuits, but they were the good ones, the big ones, the flaky ones. And I said, Mama, that's a lot of biscuits. And she said, well, they're not all for you. I said, they're not. No, these have got a close date on them. I said, oh, so you're trying to get rid of them? And she said, these don't. So she had a half of a pan that didn't have a close date and a half a pan that's probably outdated.
Well, it was right on it or past a day or
And she
two.
said, and these are for the pups. She made them spoiled pups a whole half pan of biscuits this morning and crumbled them up and put gravy over them
Well, they had to have a good breakfast.
because it was cold. Now, don't come at me and tell me them pups ain't spoiled. I went out there and fed them, and they were so thankful, and they thought I'd done it all, and I got total credit for everything. And they were so excited to get biscuits and gravy. A whole can of biscuits.
Did they eat it all?
Well, you know they did. So that was a day in the life of, and when you think, who loves them pups the most? Somebody
They
spoils them.
deserved something warm. It was cold.
Somebody spoils them awful good.
It's cold. You got to feed them.
Well, you
warm.
got something started now, Mama, so now I'll probably have to start buying biscuits for them.
Well, we give them meat so long.
Actually, biscuits are cheaper than their treats.
It is.
Why, y'all, you know, dog treats are outrageous. So a can of biscuits every now and then would be a wonderful treat. And they love bread. Them dogs love bread. They're just like us. They love white flour and sugar. So good.
I've trained them well. Your daddy's dogs, he always had his hunting dogs and stuff. They'd rather have bread as their dog food.
Well, these had too. But they were the buttery, good ones, you know.
Chunks.
And they were fine. We could have eaten them.
We didn't eat them all, though.
And I thought, well, that's more biscuits than I've ever seen in this house. It was, 20 of them or 16
16.
of them? I know it's more than we'd ever eat. And because usually if we fix 8, we'll eat 2 or 3. And then we'll eat 2 or 3 more, then they get the rest of them. So I knew we was really going overboard this morning. So I learned, those aren't yours. Those belong to the pups. I gotta go and check on them. I fed them earlier, but they get a checking on. And they get a midnight snack.
They get their treats.
Just a bone or two. Just, them little ones. But they're completely happy. I thought last night about videoing. I should have come on live and showed you all. It was cold. Cold. And I was worried about them, so I had heated them up some, something. What was it? Something we got in the refrigerators was leftovers. Anyhow, I heated them up, and I was going to stir it in with a little bit of dog food for a midnight snack, which midnight was 8:30. And I couldn't find them. They wasn't out there. They wasn't in their warm house. They wasn't on the porch where they have 3 houses in straw. And I thought, well, they'll be out there tonight. It's cold.
They were running and playing in the field.
I whistled. I clinked I use one of those red wire dippers for their dog food. I clinked it on the handrail out there. They didn't come up. And I thought, this is unusual, because usually they're over here. They got a spot on this side of the house I like to play, and they got a spot over there under some azalea bushes. They didn't come around the house. Well, in a minute, I heard a grizzly bear coming out of the hayfield, named Oliver. He sounds he's the loudest dog ever. He comes running at full throttle out of the hayfield, and it's cold and it's snowy. Comes running up to get his treats and his stuff. And in about 3 minutes, here comes Abby, because she's slower than he is.
His legs are longer and stuff.
They had been over in the woods, seeing if they could torment something. They don't hunt. I mean, I guess they tried to, but they had started running back when I hollered the first time, and it took him about 4 minutes to get up here. Took her another 3. And y'all was thinking, well, they're cold. They wasn't gold. Them dogs is the wildest things I ever seen.
They've been playing and fighting, not fighting, but playing with each other, flipping each other, chasing after each other. They love that cold, getting out there playing.
They're crazy. And after they ate their good little warmed up supper, their midnight snack, which it was just was it salmon patties?
It was that salmon juice and
juice and something else. Anyhow, whatever I put warmed up for them. I warm stuff up for them once in a while. When they got through and they got their milk bones and they looked and seen if I was going to give me anything else, I closed the door and I went over to the window to watch them. And I can say something, Mom.
I ain't going to talk.
And they both crawled in that house together. Curled up, went to sleep. Not a care in the world.
They lay. She tickles me to death putting that paw around his neck. Like she's protecting him.
I think she's just trying to get warm. She's just like, let's...
She's keeping her baby warm.
You ain't going to keep that. He's like... Not quite twice as big as her.
No, but he's a lot bigger than her.
He's bigger. And he's got longer legs. He can run fast. He's usually too lazy to move, though. I love him.
But since it's got cold, they've played more out in the yard and everything they did when it was warmer.
They've even got a spot in the barn they go. If it gets really cold, and I can't find them, they always are in the barn. It's warm because it's underground. So it stays 60-something degrees, I guess. I don't know how warm it is down there. I ain't really ever measured it, but they love it.
Yeah.
I think they got it made, biscuits and all. Folks, we're going to say goodnight. Hello from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Hey, Shelby.
I wonder if there's still
Hey,
got
Judy.
snow.
Oh, yeah. Let's remember all the folks in the news. I've seen so many things going on. There's a fire in California. There's storms in Mississippi, I think it was. It's just and there's people still recovering in North Carolina and in East Tennessee from the hurricane Helena. What is Tom's problem tonight? I don't know, Iris. Who's Tom? Is Tom on here? Is Tom upsetting people? Is Tom real or is he a robot? Hi, John and Mama. Tom Parker says he loves.
He loves what?
No, I don't know. I ain't gonna get into it because I don't know. He puts curry in his with grapes. It's so good. Okay, that might be alright. I'm not a big curry fan. Deanna says she does the bull her own chicken. We had to. Eggs are good too. Tammy, I'll have to try eggs in it sometimes. I put eggs in my tuna salad, but I have never in my chicken salad. And I don't know why in the world I wouldn't. Chicken salad looks delicious. Angela Britt, those are your craisins, Angela Britt, that you sent us.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Thank you.
I've really
Looks
used them.
delicious. We've used them the whole holiday season. And now right on up into January. Having homemade vegetable beef soup and cornbread. Oh, Betty, that sounds good too.
Yeah.
I'm not switched over to Total Spring yet. I'm still wanting chili. And I seen a thing the other day, and I thought that would be good. It was basically homemade beefaroni or beef and mac, whatever. It's like goulash without the losh. It was just in a casserole dish.
Without the losh.
It was macaroni and hamburger meat with onions cooked in it.
Like a casserole?
Like a beef and mac casserole with cheese and all that good stuff. It was a dryer. I thought that would be good. What is hog jaw? You used it last week. Lynn, I actually didn't. Hog's jaw is literally what it says. It's the meat from the hog's face.
From their jaw.
From their jaw. And it's kind of like bacon. Very similar. But we use it here. It's a traditional New Year's Day lunch. We use smoked sausage this year. We have bought hog's jaw. We don't eat hog's jaw unless it is for New Year's Day.
My daddy loved it, the smoked hog jaw that was seasoned.
But you can put it in your pinto beans, and it's delicious.
Yeah, the salted, like salted bacon.
You can put it in your lima beans, your white northern beans. You can put it in those beans. Hog jaw's delicious in those kind of things. Mm-hmm. But it's literally the jaw of the hog. And it's cut from right in there. Angela Brett says you're welcome. Need boiled eggs in it. Well, Grace, I will try that sometime. Might even try it tomorrow. May put me some boiled eggs in a little bowl and stir this up and see what I think. You know, some of
I've
y'all...
never had boiled eggs and chicken salad.
Some of y'all talked me into using Duke's mayonnaise on my meatloaf sandwiches the next day. What's going on?
Moving my leg.
She locked up over here. So the other day when I had meatloaf the next day, I put me a little Duke's on it. It was still good. So thank y'all for that. Mama?
Yeah.
Are you unlocked?
Yeah, I'm unlocked. I just kind of stand on it a minute.
Well, once you tell them goodbye.
Goodbye, Mama.
Tell them good night tonight.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you and all. Have a wonderful, wonderful night tonight.
Exactly. And it's 7:28. Mama.
I'll have to hurry to go
I
to
know.
bed.
I want to show you one more thing. Mama, show them. You done took it. She done put it up.
What?
That poster board that's brought in here.
Oh, it's over yonder.
She done put it up. I was going to show you
I can't do it.
No, butterfly, that's fine. It's just one of those foam boards. I paid $1.25 for it. For puzzles. So I bought Mama a brand new one. I know there's a couple here that we've used for the past few years. So if she wants to put a puzzle out, we're ready. Well, I'll show you when we put the puzzle out. I thought I laid it right here by the fireplace. It go.
I put it up already.
She's serious about putting stuff All right, Mama, once again, good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. Have a blessed night. Lord, we'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? We may even cook tomorrow. Bye.